All right, here we are, guys, hole 7. I'm just going to use this quarterback kingmaker option. I think it's just as good as, pretty much anything here. Go an extra 10%. Quarterback. And if you hadn't seen my shot from yesterday, I'm pretty much going to duplicate it. In my opinion, there's no reason to go for any other shot. Really, even switching the ball, I don't think there's a lot of value in. I think the probability that you're going to be able to make a hole-in-one, it's going to be a small percentage, maybe an Oceania ball, but it almost seems like a kind of a waste of a ball because it's going to probably require you to curl more around the trees than I'll have to, because my ball will just kind of naturally drift around the trees. So I do think the Kingmaker is going to be the best option. Of course, I did make that yesterday, so you can find that revision. I believe it probably had the star. If I had to guess, I think it was the second attempt that I made. So let's take a look here. 11.4, 12.2 rings. And what I'll do is pretty much set to min club and crank this backspin up. You can see that I'm kind of aiming the back heel here. So let's see what this looks like. So far, so good. So I like the line here. It's just a little off, so just a little too much cut. Or, my starting zone was just a little bit, maybe in just a little bit too much to the right. But you can see that it just kind of gives you a very nice option to run down that hill and potentially be able to get that one. So you can see it's a very, good chance that you can get that one. I'm going to go ahead. I'll just play this. Even though I'm up against a turkey ball, I'm still going to play it into the shootout. I'd like to just kind of see, a couple more perspectives of some of these holes, just to start to get, kind of honed in on some of these adjustments. But good luck with that 7th hole here. There, you can see that with that Kingmaker ball, it does give you a very good option. I was only off by, a couple inches. If I would have curled just a little bit less, I would have been able to have that there. So what I'm going to do here, I'll pull my Cataclysm out. I'm thinking maybe even plus 40%. Let's try that, see what it looks like. I'd like to just see, kind of what this adjustment does. And you can see with what I'm doing with my backspin, kind of keeping this guide short. 13 rings, eh? I have to just kind of wing it a little bit because I'm out of time. Let's just see what this looks like. Let's see if I can offset my ball guide enough. The land zone looks pretty good. It looks like it's cutting. It's not terrible. It's not too terrible. I could have used just a little bit more offset. You can see that the plus 40% does seem pretty good, especially for that tailwind. It seemed to have played very consistently to that. Now keep in mind, with a 8-mile-per-hour wind, you might need to scale it down a little bit. It might only be maybe a plus 30% in this case. The biggest problem with my opponent, I don't know if he realizes yet, but he's probably going to have to switch down to the wood at some point, which is going to change this shot significantly with how much you need to adjust. As I mentioned, you'll probably want to go an extra 30% on the wood. And if you could hit a min driver, you might only need to go maybe plus 10. And you can see I actually over adjusted there, almost still pulled it off. But you can see that adjustment was definitely off because you almost hit the rough there on perfect ball. So was able to barely squeak that one out. Good luck with that 7th hole, guys. I do think that's going to be a very good method for that hole. As you can see that I'm not even doing anything else. So I have a lot of faith in that. So good luck, and I'll see you guys for hole 8 coming up.